Hello children, back to our class with a new topic, production of food from animals. You have already know that how we get food. We get food from both plants and animals. First of all, why we are taking the food? We are taking the food to keep ourselves fit. Means we have to take a balanced diet. This food supplies energy for our body to perform various metabolic activities. The food what we are consuming includes both plants and also animals. Is the food whatever we are taking in the form of means we are getting from plants, is it only necessary? Without the animals, means the products which are getting from animals, only the products or things we are getting from plants, it is not enough for us. Why? Because, for example, milk, eggs, these are very rich in vitamins and minerals and which are essential for our body. Means these are required regularly in our day-to-day life to keep ourselves fit and healthy. So without animals, only the plant food will not, the plants means the food items which are obtained from plants are not enough for our body. So we have to take the food both which are getting from both plants and also animals. In this chapter, we are going to learn about the products or how the animals are giving the food. See, we are getting the animal food, because that is animal husbandry, providing food, shelter and proper management of the cattle is called animal husbandry. Means they are helping in many ways. Like they are giving food, they are also used for the agriculture purposes and for the transport purposes. For example, buffaloes and cows, they are giving us milk and in turn they are helping for the transportation also. For example, hen and goat, why we are rearing? For meat, to get meat. Ox, bulls, these are also used for the agriculture purposes and also for the transport. In the agriculture, this cow, bull, buffaloes are used for ploughing the crops, field and also for the transportation of yield from the crops to the fields to home and also from home to the wherever they want to take it. Not only for the yield but also for the transportation of humans, goods. So in this way they are not only giving food but also helping in the agriculture and transport. So what the farmer had to do? He had to take care of those animals. Why? Because they are helping for the agricultural process and also transport. So, they are providing proper food, shelter and taking care, like giving injections, cleaning their shirts. This all we call it as animal husbandry. If you see, only the plant food will not helpful, only the animal food. It is also not necessary, not only it is gives only proteins, but the animals must depend on plants for their food. So the farmer is cultivating the crops and also taking care of animals. Is there any relationship between agriculture and cattle rearing? Yes. Why? Because without these cows or buffaloes, he cannot cultivate the crops. They are also giving food and also helping the agriculture. And without animals, does the plants can grow? No. For everything, it requires animals, like to increase the manure, means to increase the organic manure. The farmers usually use the organic manure. The waste of the animals is used as a manure, and they are helping for the process of agriculture. In this way, the animals are useful for the cultivation of crops, and they are also giving food for the farmer. Next one is the cattle rearing. Here cattle rearing means taking care. Just not giving food and protection, means they providing proper shelter, preparing a shed and giving food regularly. It won't mean taking care. It means it won't mean that it's a rearing. Why? Because it includes, along with the food and shelter, the farmer must take the health care also, like taking these cattle to the veterinary hospital for regular checkups. Why? Because like us, these cattle are also affected by many microbial infections. For example, some viral and bacterial infections affect the milk production. Because of these viral infections, the animals may not give the proper milk production. Some parasitic diseases causes damage to liver and also intestine. Sheep, goat, these are also affected by some worms. In this way, different animals are affected by the different microbial organisms. So, only supplying food is not only enough. The farmer must also take the proper health care also. Why? Because these all diseases, why these diseases occur? Because of unhygienic. Because of the unhygienic conditions. Why? Because they won't know how to use. See, whatever the food they are providing for the animals, they will eat. Means there is a fodder. They may fall in the shed. They excrete the waste there only. So, because of these waste and also fodder, some microorganisms develop in the shed. These microorganisms are again attacking the animals. So, they have to keep the shelters clean. Means hygienic conditions should be maintained along with the food. Before, the farmers used it to keep the person, especially for the rearing of cattle. They used to take these cattle to the fields, means where the grass is good, and they used to raise the cattle. And by the evening again they bring these cattle back to their sheds. But nowadays there is no proper maintaining of these cattle. They are supplying the artificial fodder in the sheds itself. Because of this reason also, the animals are getting infections. If you see, Galikuntu is one of the foot and mouth disease caused in cows and buffaloes. The use of these domestic animals is not used in these since years, but they are also used from the ancient years. Before 30,000 BC, the early man used the domestic animals like cow, sheep, goat, buffaloes for transportation, agriculture. So, from the ancient time itself, these domestic animals are used in many ways for us. Next topic is about milk production. We are getting milk from cows, buffaloes. In our state, we are also producing maximum amount of milk. Our government is trying to produce these as a industrial level. Whatever the farmers, they are collecting the milk. What they will do? Yes, they will go and give them in the milk collecting centers. For in every village there will be a milk collecting center. So all the villagers, they will go and give their milk in the collecting centers for a particular price. Again, this milk is brought to the milk processing centers. They will pasteurize the milk. Already have learned in the previous chapter what is pasteurization. Heating of milk up to 72 degrees for 15 to 30 seconds. So by these heating, the microorganisms which are present in the milk will get dead, and you may not, means the milk may not get spoiled. These pasteurized milk are again brought to the chilling centers. Again processing takes place, means again they will reheat the milk and cool to particular temperature. They will pack the milk and maintain a particular low temperature, not to spoil the milk for few hours, and distribute to the nearby consumers. So in this way, the milk is processed and brought to our house. But how the milk is getting? The local breeds, they give 3 to 5 liters of milk, whereas the hybrid variety of cattle give 8 to 10 liters milk, like Murrah breed, Jersey breed. They will give 8 to 10 liters depending upon the variety. They are giving different quantity of milk. So nowadays all are preferring to hybrid variety because of high yield of milk. Children, I think you understood this one. See you in the next class.